All right, man.
We are back.
We're back. We've got a little bit of production quality here.
Yeah.
Is it fading?
I think
It's fading. And it's gone.
boom. We are BACK.
We are BACK, man. I like it. I like it, man. Good week.
Yeah.
Good week. I know you had a little bit of a...
Head injury today.
Yeah, we weren't even planning that for the podcast, but it happened either way.
Yeah.
You okay? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, we do. Okay.
All right. Yeah, tell us what happened.
So today I was skydiving and
You were not skydiving today.
and so it turns out there's people on there and one of them was a double agent. He was on my side.
No. Tell the people what really happened.
Okay. So I was at PE, and that stands for physical ed. And so basically, I was running. We were playing butts up, and I was running to get the ball, and I tried to slow myself down, and I tripped, and I hit my head against the wall.
So, I mean, here's the lesson I think we need to learn from this is when you are crazy fast, you just need to slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you're a pretty fast kid.
Yeah, they sent me to the office, the health office.
Did you see any stars at all?
No.
Did any cute girls see what happened?
No.
Is the wall okay?
I don't think so. There's a big hole in it now.
We're gonna get a bill. It's not gonna be good. Well, I hope you feel better. We got some activities planned for later in the week that I really want you to be a part of. So
yeah, I want to be a part of it too.
Yeah, part of this world. It's a good song. We should make that into I don't know, like a Disney cartoon about a mermaid.
Yeah, we should. So
speaking of movies,
yeah,
we've been on a little bit of kick lately.
Yeah, I've been watching a lot of Brian Frosting movies.
Brian who the heck are you talking about?
He's in Barbie. He's in La La Land.
Wait, what's this guy's name?
Brian Frostling. I think Frosting?
Ryan Gosling.
No, it's Brian Frostling.
So maybe you did hit your head pretty good. Maybe. All right, so you watched some Brian Frosting movies.
Yeah.
With Ryan Gosling. So what did you watch?
I watched Barbie movie and La La Land.
Okay, now this is not a movie review podcast, but let's go ahead and just give us kind of what you got.
So, basically, I watched Barbie movie and it was super good, and I thought it was a grade C movie out of A, B, C, D, E, F.
So I don't know if that's a great movie. It's a C, but I'll tell you what was funny to me is the day after you watched it is you adopted the Mojo Dojo Casa House attitude.
Yeah, so right after church, I put on my fuzziest coat and my pair of jeans with no shirt underneath, and I walked downstairs. This is my Mojo Dojo Casa House.
And I had to do whatever he told me because I recognized that it was his Mojo Dojo Casa House.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, what about La La Land? What did you think? Anything?
So I thought the music was really good. I'm kind of gonna sound like a music nerd, but so I know how to play a little bit of the songs on La La Land, and when Brian Frosting put his hands on the piano, they were not in the right spot. He's like, do, and I was like, man, that's all wrong. You're messing it up.
So I was looking at like something and it said that he did play some of the songs.
Yeah.
But he wasn't naturally a piano player, so he had to study. So maybe at least for that shot, he was doing whatever he was doing. I watched a movie this past weekend.
Oh, you did?
So the movie was fine. It was a good story. It's called Greater. It's about this guy who wanted to be a football player, and he was this fat kid growing up and stuff. Yeah. And long story short, he ends up getting drafted by the Indianapolis Colts.
Ooh.
And then, spoiler alert, but this happened in real life a few years ago, so you should have known about it. He dies in a car accident a few days after, like right before signing his contract. He dies. So kind of sad, but. Yeah. More than that is he had this great impact on everybody that he played with, where he was beloved by the community. And so the whole town, the small town, is coming together to honor him. And so they have this football field covered with flowers, and it said, "We trust."
Yeah.
And as I saw it, you were in the other room doing something else, and as I saw that part, I thought, if Jonathan was sitting here with me watching this movie, he would say, "Hey, Dad, why did they put wet rust on the field.
Yeah, and so I think I actually walked in and I saw the part where everybody was like crying and there's flowers on the field, and I thought to myself, why are there so many flowers on the field?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, if you told me that they put wet rust on, like in letters on the field,
Because we trust.
but if you told me that it was wet rust, I'd probably be like, maybe he had like a car that was rusty and he only drew it when it was raining, so it was always wet. And then everybody liked the car and it exploded.
Yeah, I mean,
mysteriously.
there was a part where it was raining in the car, but there was no wet rust. So anyway, that just made me think of you because you see things sometimes. I'm just like, oh, Johnny, man, you see things the craziest way.
Yeah.
So we were talking earlier about this Brian Frosting guy.
Yeah.
And kind of his diversity, right? He's able to
Yeah.
just take on a lot of different roles.
So there's a movie called Gray Man. I think it's a pretty good movie, but basically, he's a secret agent, super intense.
He's secret Asian?
He's a part of the CIA.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's not a secret Asian. He's a secret agent. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna spoil anything, but he's like a hardcore agent.
He's like, I need rice with every meal and give me some kimchi. And
So basically, he is like this agent in one movie. Then in La La Land, he's this
tap dancing, piano playing.
lover guy.
Yeah.
And then in Barroom movie, he's a complete idiot.
Yeah, it's kind of fun, like the different roles you
Yeah.
can take on and adapt. And so that kind of brings me to something I want to talk about, which is things aren't always what they seem to be.
Yeah.
So let me start off. So this past weekend, I did something that for me is very unnatural and uncomfortable, but I did it anyway. I listened to this book by I can't remember the guy's name is. He's the guy that writes the Dilbert comics.
Is it Ryan Frosting?
No, it's not. It's not Ryan Frosting. I can't remember the guy's name. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But he talks about you need to reframe your brain. And so instead of going into a situation and be like, oh my gosh, this is going to be so embarrassing, just go into the situation and be like, man, this is going to be a great story. And so that's what I'm going to try to turn this into. So Renee and some friends of ours, they said, hey, let's go to this place where they have line dancing, country line dancing. For the most part, I'm not a country music fan, although some of the stuff is kind of cool and I can listen to it and I appreciate it.
Yeah.
And I am not much of a dancer. I don't know if that's surprising to you or not.
It's not surprising at all.
All right. You agreed with that very quickly. But anyway,
Yeah.
so I went and the place offers, like there's, you dancing with your partner and then they'll do these line dancing instructions. And then like, they're like, hey, we're going to do this type of line dancing. But people that know that type of line dance, they just go up there and they dance.
Oh. And this is new to you, so you don't know any of
This is new to me. So I was trying to prepare as I'm getting ready. Like I went on YouTube and I pulled up a YouTube video on like basic country line dancing instructions. So I got a couple things, little triple step, little whatever,
Yeah.
Anyway, so we show up and they're like, hey, if you're new, come out in the dance area and let's learn. And so I did it. Renee looked amazing. She was dancing with grace and I wasn't. But anyway, so long story short, that brings me to something that isn't always what it seems.
Yeah.
So when I think of like country music, I think of cowboy. I think of like rough and tumble. Like think of Brandon, right? My son-in-law, your brother-in-law.
Big B.
Big B, shout out.
Yeah.
He's a rough and tumble dude. He's a country dude, has a hat, has the boots, and he's just a tough, burly kind of a man, right?
Yeah.
I don't see him like tapping the toes dancing. Now, I'm not saying that Brandon can't. But I'm just saying, like, when I think of, like, some big burly, like, rodeo, roping, calf wrestling, bull riding guy,
Yeah.
my mind doesn't think that they go to that, hey, let's go dance in this line while I'm doing my triple step and
I think
do-si-do.
the only thing when I would think of a cowboy dancing is when he's really drunk and they're having a giant bar dance and they're like crossing arms and they're oh
Like a hoedown, yeah.
yeah.
But I'll tell you, here's I think the truth of at least part of it. Some people like love to dance. I don't love to dance. I like the thought of it. And then I see myself dancing and I look completely different than what I thought I did. But we'll do a lot of things for ladies in our life. And so Renee wanted to dance, and guess what we did?
Dance.
We danced. That's what we did, man. We were dancing. So I asked you earlier, right? Think about some things. What are some things that aren't always what they seem to be? And you had a couple thoughts.
So I think like McDonald's commercials or just like any food commercials, because it's like, oh, wow, look at this tasty, delicious hamburger. And then you're like, man, that looks really good. I want to go get one. Okay, you go get one. It is not looking like that at all.
No, it's not. And it's crazy because like you'll see these pictures of like in a magazine or on the internet or whatever of like this hamburger. And you're like, that looks so juicy and delicious. And then you get it and you're like, what, they like have the blind guy on the shift today or something? I mean,
yeah.
Sheesh. And then like the ketchup's like all over the outside of the bun. Like usually doesn't that go on the inside?
Maybe they're just like using their fingers to smear the ketchup.
Oh, this is delicious. Licking their fingers clean.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that is disgusting. No offense to people that lick ketchup, but I mean, just straight up plain ketchup, not for me.
Put it on a French fry and you're good with it though, right?
Yeah, I'm
yeah, but corn dog, you're good with it.
Yeah.
Okay, what else? You had another one as well.
So I was also thinking about microwaves. So this might seem interesting, but microwaves, so say you made a delicious pot of mac and cheese. Say it.
I made a delicious pot of mac and cheese.
And then you're like, this is so good, but I'm not going to finish it tonight. I'm going to put it in the fridge. Okay?
I'm not going to finish this tonight. I'm going to put it in the fridge.
And then the next day you're like, man, I really want some mac and cheese.
Oh, man, it's the next day and I really want some mac and cheese, but it's cold. I don't want cold mac and cheese.
So you throw in the microwave.
I'm throwing the whole thing in the microwave. I'm just throwing it as hard as I can like a baseball, just tossing that sucker.
Boom! And then you don't need to repeat after me anymore.
Okay.
So then you heat it up, and then you pull it out, and it is not as good as it tastes. And it like puts some plastic in it, I think.
Yeah, so it's interesting, like this is not a science podcast, but it'll zap a lot of the nutrients away. And so like if you're heating up broccoli or whatever, like if you steam cook broccoli and then microwave broccoli and then they measure the vitamin content, there's less vitamin content in the microwave broccoli than there is in the steamed one.
Yeah.
Which is just interesting.
And this is completely my own opinion. I think that, like, just food that you put in the microwave is a lot nastier than without the microwave. Definitely
not as good. It takes more time to heat it up in the oven or on the stovetop or whatever, but it's definitely worth it. I don't know if you know the story how they discovered the microwaves. So there's a team of people, they were working on it, and they had these microwaves kind of going throughout this area where they're at, and this guy had chocolate in his suit coat. Oh. And the chocolate melted, and they realized, oh my gosh, these microwaves are heating things up.
What?
Yeah, so imagine what that did to their body. It would be interesting to know how those people died.
Well, I think these people were, so they just had a factory full of microwaves, and they didn't really know what they were making, and they're like, this is heating stuff up. Oh, I was trying to make a shrink ray.
So speaking of food and things aren't always what they seem to be. So this reminds me of a story from a buddy of mine I used to work with. And when this guy tells the story, it's so much better. So he's from Ireland. He has this Irish accent. And to me, that just makes any story better. If you have an Australian accent, an English accent, Irish accent, like the story is just automatically better.
Yeah.
I don't know if a French accent makes it better or not. Maybe it does if you can understand it.
Oui, oui.
But anyway, so this guy, I think he was working his way through college, like trying to make ends meet. Yeah. And one of the jobs that he had is that he worked in an old folks home.
Yeah.
And a senior care facility, we'll call it. Because old folks home could be offensive towards those that are older. We don't want to offend them. We just offended the ketchup finger lickers.
And, now we're trying to...
We're good with cat people.
Yeah. We love cat people.
We love cat people. So this guy's trying to work his way through college, working in the senior care facility.
Yeah.
And he's cleaning. He's a cleaner. And so he's in this one particular room, and he gets to know some of the people that are there. And he's talking to this one, and he sees that she has these almonds on her dresser.
Oh.
And he goes, oh, he hadn't eaten all day. He was starving.
Yeah.
And so he, somehow he made a comment like, oh, those almonds look delicious. And she goes, oh, do you like the almonds? He goes, oh yeah, I love the almonds. She goes, oh, why don't you have some almonds? And he goes, oh, I'd love that. Because again, he's starving, hasn't eaten all day. And so he starts kind of popping some of these almonds in his mouth, and he's chewing them and eating them. She goes, yeah, I can't quite eat the almonds like I used to, so I just suck the chocolate off. And at that point, he's like slowing the food intake, thinking like, oh my goodness, what am I doing?
I'm going to go use the bathroom. Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, that's sometimes things that free almonds, they might have been chocolate covered in the past.
That's funny.
Yeah.
So I think we need to do something. We're going to come out with a new segment. It is called Quote of the Week.
Quote of the Week, brought to you by Webster's Dictionary.
Yes. Something we all use daily.
If you need to sound smarter, open up a dictionary and find a word.
Okay, so today the quote of the week is from my friend Rio.
We did give him a shout out last week. And has he become a listener since then?
I'm not really sure. I'll have a follow up for next time.
Yeah, follow up, because we can't be giving people shout outs that aren't listeners. We're pretty. I didn't tell you this.
What?
We are now international. We are not just a United States podcast. We have gone international.
Really?
100%. Somebody in Venezuela listened to us, which also kind of makes me nervous because we did have that initial story about the Venezuelan family that stayed with us, and I was hoping that might not get back to him, so maybe it will now.
Wait, the Venezuelan? Shout out to them.
Yeah, shout out to the Imais. I don't think it's the Imais because they're in Utah, but I think maybe some of my friends are still in Venezuela that could have given it a listen.
Okay, so back to the
quote of the week. Quote of the week.
So, basically, I was talking about how I need to get more physically fit, like push-up wise. And he's like, what you need to do, this is the mentality you need to have. So he's like, you start off with 2 push-ups. If you can't do 2, do 4. He's like, you can't do 4, do 8. Can't do 8, do 16. Tell me when you're done. And then he just walks away.
Thank you, Rio, man. Some sage advice right there.
And I have become ever-growing stronger.
Yeah, I mean, you're ripped. Are you just doing push-ups? Is that all you're doing? What else you got going?
Oh, just the push-ups.
Oh, yeah, gun show. Yeah, we got those tickets from last week. Oh, I tried to use those tickets. They didn't work.
Yeah. You have to turn them into me directly.
So that brings me to my old man moment.
Oh.
Old man moment.
Doo, 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 doo.
Brought to you by Old Spice.
Potentially.
So, a couple weeks, or last week, doing my CrossFit. Yeah. I enjoyed doing my CrossFit. In one of the workouts, you had 4 different segments, and you would do as many reps of the exercise as you could in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So as many pull-ups in 3 minutes, then you immediately do as many push-ups as you can in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
As many sit-ups as you can do in 3 minutes, and then as many air squats as you can do in 3 minutes. And when I was doing the sit-up portion, I was going so fast on the sit-ups, at least I was trying to go fast, that I literally hurt my back doing that.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
You're back in your age. I think the other day, I was asking my mom if she could hold me, a normal thing for a 12-year-old boy to do. And she's like, no, Jonathan, I'm not going to hold you. So I jump and I'm like piggyback styling. And so she tweaks her back, so...
Well, I didn't know you hurt Renee's back.
Well, I don't think I hurt it, because then afterwards I helped her.
Well, so this will bring us to our sponsorship. You know what helped me get my back in shape?
Doc R. Haldeman, LLC.
Doc R. Haldeman, LLC.
So, basically, she does practicing Oriental medicine at Renaissance Health Center, focusing on acupuncture and herbs. Go see Dr. Haldeman for any health needs, especially women's health.
Hold on. I didn't see her for women's health.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just keep going. Mental health, Did you see her for that?
No, I didn't. But she has helped me with that. There's a point she'll give me, like the third eye, like in between your eyes.
Yeah.
And I love that. That thing calms me down. It is so good.
Oh. I have a funny story I have to share after this.
All right.
So, stress management. Was there a lot of stress, tension in your back?
There was. It was relieved.
Okay. Addiction recovery. Is your back addicted to
I'm
anything?
addicted to CrossFit.
PTSD.
I'm good.
Okay. Acupuncture works by moving energy. It activates the premovascular system. Look that up. Or see Dr. Haldeman at Renaissance Health Center.
Okay. Thanks for telling us. Let's hear your story, man.
So basically, I was in my history class, and history is not the top favoritism of my classes, and so we were doing the Pledge of Allegiance, and during the Pledge of Allegiance, I have two friends that, like, they always stand up and try to see who's taller, and I was like, after the pledge was done, I was like, what are you guys doing? And like, we're just seeing who's taller, and I was like, oh, get back to back, and so this was when the Pledge of Allegiance is done, and so I'm like, everybody's like, oh, I think I'm taller than that, so everybody like is just standing up, and then so then we're like sitting down, and like it's just funny, and so we're laughing, and then my teacher's like, guys, home, and she starts like, yeah, and she's like
trying to bring you back to calm,
like pinching, like like doing crabs with her arms, and then bringing it down, like, home, and he's like, calm down, and then she did it one, and so we're trying not to laugh, and then she looks away, and I'm just like burying my head in my arms and just laughing. Yeah.
Pretty good stuff right there.
Yeah.
All right, man. So, there's something I realized the other day, and it kind of hurts how I found this out.
Oh.
So, I love my mom.
I love my mom too.
And you probably love my mom as well.
I do. I love my mom, your mom, and my mom's mom.
See, that's a lot of moms that you love.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
So I found out that, I've known this, at least I've thought this is true.
Yeah. But
then it kind of hurt that the realization of it came about. And let me tell you what happened. So, we do Wordle. We'll do connections, like these New York Times word games. And there's a Wordle group chat that we have.
Yeah.
And then there's this connections group chat that is me and two of my brothers and my mom.
Yeah.
And my mom posted a screenshot from a side Wordle chat that she's a part of, that I'm not a part of, on this connections chat with me, my brothers, and her.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just kind of felt like, you know what? Like, I know anytime you're part of a group chat, just know there is a side chat that is going on that they may be talking about you that you are completely unaware of, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I just want you to have some FOMO over that.
I'm a little disappointed that you didn't tell me about this connections chat or this side Wordle chat either. Yeah,
because you're not a part of it.
Yeah, you feel kind of down right now, but I feel double down because I'm double out.
Yeah, you're not part of it at all. Like, you'll put your connections on the Wordle chat.
Yeah, and then
the Wordle Wonders is what she calls it.
Yeah.
Yeah, how does that make you feel? You're not part of anything now.
Well, I have to say, I am a little disappointed in myself for not making those other two chats.
Yeah, you got to step your game up, man.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so one of the things I pride ourselves in that we do as a family, we probably could have talked about this last week on things that make us unique or things that we do that's different. One of the things that we do as a family is every year, hands down, like, I will make sure that family pictures happen.
Yeah, I love family pictures.
And it's funny because, like, family pictures for most people can be a very stressful event where there's a lot of contention. Like, I remember as a kid that we have this picture. It is hilarious. So, like, me and my brother are wearing these T-ball uniforms. We played for the Pirates. Ooh. And so it's me and the whole family. We went to Olin Mills, which, older people might know Olin Mills, just like a little photo studio place.
Yeah.
And Nate is having a pissy day, and he wants to make sure that everybody knows that he's not having a good day. Yeah. So he is actively frowning in this picture. Like he is literally like he is flexing the frown, and it's just hilarious. And the reason he's probably frowning is because like they were probably saying, "Hey, just do a good smile or quit screwing around," and he got mad, and so then somebody yelled at him, and then anyway, it's like it just ruins it. And so this was probably like 4 or 5 years ago that we were doing family pictures, and we're doing it with Renee's side of the family, like a big family photo.
Yeah. I remember.
And it was just like for some reason, like everybody showed up and there was just tension. Like the tension was thick. Like I don't know, like on the drive over, like what they were yelling at each other, like they were having a bad hair day. I don't know what the deal was, and then our family, like we were just for some reason we were super relaxed. Like whereas normally we might be a little uptight, but we were just super relaxed.
I feel like sometimes we're like we have to get on time and stuff like that, but we're like. Before, like, you're, like, probably gonna tell us, boys, get in your clothes, and we're, like, probably already in our clothes or something like that.
Yeah, so I remember we were chilled, like, we showed up, we brought a football with us, we're playing catch, like, we're just having a good time.
Yeah.
We take the family pictures turned out great, and then afterwards, like, I said to the photographer, like, hey, would you mind taking, like, a few extra of our family? She's like, yeah, sure, no problem.
Yeah.
And so we just did these different poses, and we were having a blast. And it started snowing on us, actually.
Yeah, I know. That was crazy.
It was crazy. Like, out of the blue, like, just snow comes, which, I mean, it didn't last, didn't stick on the ground, but it was...
Yeah.
But so that kind of, like, we'd been doing family pictures forever, but this kind of changed the attitude of, like, let's do it. Let's make it fun.
Yeah.
And so anyway, this past year when we did our family pictures, for some reason, Renee wanted me to grow out a handlebar mustache.
And you did.
And
it was beautiful.
When your wife wants you to do something, that's what you do. You do it. She was, hey, I want you to handlebar mustache. I handlebar mustache it.
Wait, so she actually asked you?
Yeah, she said, I want you to have a handlebar mustache.
Whoa. I thought she didn't like the handlebar mustache because it would itch her face when you guys kissed.
Well, I don't know. I mean, she overcame it somehow.
Oh.
She stopped kissing me. That's how she overcame it. So this past year, our pictures, I thought they were great. I'm not talking about the Canadian tuxedo one that you guys did for me, but I'm talking about our family pictures.
That one wasn't great?
Well, the Canadian tuxedo is amazing. Our family pictures were great. So we went out to there's these train tracks near, if you're familiar with Vegas, there's the outlet malls near Charleston, downtown. And so there's these train tracks there. So we went out there. We have this old black leather couch that we've had in the house. Renee and I have had it since we've been married. And so we go out to these train tracks. We took these pictures. What was crazy about that is, you'd think like, oh yeah, if I heard a train coming, like I'd know it for sure.
Yeah, like I know, like probably hear it from like a couple little, I don't know how far, but you'd hear it.
Hundreds of yards away, I would think.
Yeah.
Anyway, we almost got hit by a train. That was crazy.
Yeah, we're like, is that a train in the distance? I don't know. And then you only hear it until it's right up next to you, and you're like, whoo!
Yeah. Thank goodness there was 3 sets of train tracks and that went on the one that was furthest away from us.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary. But anyway, so part of the pictures, Renee and I are doing a husband-wife picture, just the two of us. We're on this black leather couch. There's train tracks in the background. There's some graffitied walls because of just the way that part of town is in the background as well. It looks a good looking picture. Renee's leaning on me, and she's an angel. She's beautiful. She's gorgeous, and she looks great. And then I'm just me.
Yeah.
When I got my handlebar mustache. So I've adopted that picture as my my ID for my phone.
Yeah.
So if I call you, you're going to see a picture of me and Renee.
Yeah.
I've had it for a few months, but this past week I got a few comments from it.
Oh, you did?
I did. And the comments were, most of them appreciate the handlebar mustache.
Yeah.
I know my mom doesn't, so my mom's rolling her eyes right now. We'll probably get something in that chat that we have with her.
Yeah.
But so most of them, they'll give a little shout out to the mustache, and then they say, dude, why did your wife marry you? You are so ugly compared to her.
Okay. So I'm gonna say something. You're not that ugly.
And I appreciate you saying that. And the reason why you're saying that is because I showed you a picture of me when I was your age.
And you looked exactly like me.
So just know what you have to look forward to, buddy.
Yeah.
A smoking hot wife.
Oh yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think that's actually really nice that they complimented Mom.
Yeah, and it's and look, I'll tell you what, why did Renee marry me? Because I'm amazing.
Yeah, I mean,
looks aren't everything. She judges me on my heart, which also I kind of have a crappy heart, but
maybe it was just your humor.
She sees my potential.
Yeah. She saw your potential 20 years ago, and I don't really know about now.
It's unfulfilled potential.
Yeah. She's like, hopefully he'll change a little more.
One of my friends said, "Man, Josh, you must be making a lot more money than I thought you are, because to keep a woman like that." So thanks, Renee. Hey, Renee, thanks for sticking it out with me, man. I know that sometimes I'm not everything you wish I was, but I'm trying my best.
Yeah. So I think is that all?
That's all I got for today, man. It is always good hanging out with you. Good talking to you.
Yeah. So, that's it.
Okay. See you guys next week.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Like, subscribe.
Oh, wait, follow, leave a comment, share.
There you go.
Bye.
Peace out. Bye.